International School of Dance, where adults can come and learn a variety of dances, including salsa, tango, Hawaiian hula, belly dancing. Today we are going to focus on flamenco, and I'm going to learn a little bit about the history and try a few moves myself. Let's go. Josie, thank you so much for having me at Josie's International School of Dance.
Thank you for coming.
I'm really excited to try one of the dance styles that you offer here. Tell me about the styles that you offer generally. Today we're going to do flamenco, but what are the other styles that you offer?
So I have a mixed cultural program. We have belly dancing, Middle Eastern dance,
Cool.
Very popular. Salsa, also very popular. And with that is bachata, cumbia, merengue. So that's like
What's bachata?
That's the Latin. Those are some other Latin dances that you might find in salsa clubs alongside salsa. And bachata is from the Dominican Republic, and then cumbia and merengue are other. Merengue is from Dominican Republic. Cumbia is from Colombia.
Okay.
And so these are like other Latin dances that we teach. Salsa is very popular. We take the students on outings, but once they learn to go salsa dancing, it's really a lot of fun. Yeah, we were just there last night at Empire Casino.
Oh, how cool! I love that. And they get to try it in the real world.
Right. And we have a social here, but also continue. So then we have Argentine tango,
and love to do
which is very wonderful. And then we have the flamenco and hip hop. So my program right now is geared for adults. And then I will start my children's program again in the spring.
And many of those styles for children as well?
Yes, well, salsa and hip hop.
Oh,
and flamenco.
Okay.
Argentine tango,
Maybe not.
sometimes, yeah. And the belly dancing, no, so you start that when you're a teenager.
That's great. And how long have you been here? How did the whole school come about?
I found this wonderful studio here in Pleasantville, which it was an already existing studio with Addie Diaz, who is a salsa dancer. And we knew each other, so it was a great fit. And a few other people rent here. They teach different things, but my program is now here permanently. And we really like the studio. We love the community.
That's great. It seems like Pleasantville has a lot of arts to offer. It seems like
you're
into
Jacob Burns is also right here. I've been told it's a very artsy community, and I'm really looking forward to.
Amazing.
But we're not storefronts, so we have to try to
word of mouth,
and get we're on the internet. I have a beautiful website, josiedance.com.
Oh, good. Josiedance.com.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to learn flamenco. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
So you'll have to treat me like a total novice. So am I dressed okay? Do I have to wear anything special? I see everybody wearing these really cool outfits.
Yeah.
Like
one thing
yourself.
about flamenco is that we wear these pretty skirts, and I have one for you, so I will go and get it.
All right, great. Thank you for my lovely skirt. I love it. I'm really excited. And what else do we need to do flamenco? I always see people with things in their hands.
Right, those are castanets, which are right here. Do you want to try to play them?
I'm dying to.
Okay.
Is this...
All right. Well, so the castanet is, people usually say, I like to talk about the history of dances and the instruments, and people will say, oh, they look like clams. And actually, they're in the shape of a clam. But originally, the original castanet was a Greek instrument called the crotola. It was stone. And basically what people did is, then it evolved, and then the Spaniards made them out of wood in this shape. And now they're made out of fiberglass. So, because the wood ones, the ebony, very, very expensive. And the castanets are played by hitting them together. So what we do is we put them through our thumbs, and there's a right hand and a left hand. The right hand has these notches, and that's the embre. So we call it embre, like the female. That's going to play the melody. So the knot, the slip knot, goes through here. Very good. And then we pull it. We make it pretty tight.
It's adjustable.
It's adjustable, yeah. And so you put this cord, and you pull the cord, and then the left castanet does not have the notch. And you'll hear the difference in the sound, which I'm going to play for you in a second. So the castanets are really my favorite. It's not really a traditional flamenco. I mean, it's played in in flamenco dances like the sevillanas, the national dance of Spain. But it's considered more like folkloric when people use castanets, but I love the castanets, I love the sound.
That's not the
And
word.
we're going to learn how to play them.
I'm
So the right hand is hembre, which is female, and then the left hand macho. So if you play the right with your middle finger, and then if you play the left, you'll hear like one is higher and one is lower.
Oh.
So that's why, right, we play. And then what happens is like the left hand is your bass, right? And then the right hand plays melody.
All right. How do you do this thing?
Okay.
Does not sound the same.
And the other, okay, so with castanets, so everything has, there's a language to the castanet. So if we played both with our both castanets together, that's called golpe. It's also the same name for the stump of the foot. It's called, say, golpe.
Golpe.
Very good, very good. Okay, so that's a golpe. So we can make patterns of golpe like. Very good. And then if we just play the right hand, that's ta. That's P.
I had no idea there were all of these.
Yeah, there's a language. And if we play the left hand, that's ta. So ta, pi, ta would be ta, pi, ta. Right. Very good.
Cool.
And then what happens with the right hand is I make these melodies with rolling. And what we do is we use each finger. So we practice this. Some people get it right away. There's also,
Some people don't.
a little way to cheat with just two fingers. There you go. Okay. Yeah, and so what happens is you play each finger and you hold the castanet like this. So, you know, we don't want these like wrists, bent wrists, Mickey Mouse ears, they call them. You keep the wrist curved like this, and you play each finger, so it's the pinky, ring, middle, index, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And then what you do
The next one
is
for this.
you, kind of like scratching, like you roll, you press from the pinky to the index finger against the castanet, the nails. Good. There you go. She's got it. Ole!
I got something.
Yes, and you
just
just play. So that's called ria, and you roll and you close the castanet with your index finger. Beautiful. Okay, so that's good. And the left hand plays like this bass. So, you know, if like we have a special dance, the national dance of Spain called the sevillanas, and sevillanas would be that. So this is called ria with the roll. Ria. You start on the right and end on the left. Ria. So sevillanas is ta ria ria pita ria ria pita.
Well, you have to do it with me.
But you got it. Nice.
Cool. All right,
Very
I'll
good.
practice this when I get home.
Very, very good. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Very beautiful. So the
They're really am.
castanets are used in shows, like sometimes, typically we open up a show with sevillanas, the national dance of Spain. And there are, you know, lots of classic dances. So it's another part of Spanish dance is escuela bolera, and that's something that I studied as well. And that's ballet, it's like Spanish ballet. So
Okay.
character dance that was created and choreographies done by the Pellicer family in Madrid. Beautiful, beautiful dances.
So is that the arms, or is that
So
something else?
so basically, like you're doing ballet with
Oh, okay.
castanets.
Okay.
So that they're used a lot in escuela bolera and in other flamenco, you know, shows. Some people like to play castanets in their shows, and some don't. I do. I love them.
How could you not?
I enjoy it. Okay, another prop we wanted to show you is. Do you want to go to the fan? Okay. So so the fan was a prop. This came, you know, from China, And when we dance with the fan in flamenco, we sometimes, we open it like that. And
You feel
we
very cool.
turn it around and fan ourselves like that.
And this is part of the dance to use.
Right,
this.
so like I'll use this in Sevillana or in a Guajira. Guajira is a dance that uses a fan, and there's different movements, so you can move, fan yourself like this, you can move it around your body, you can walk with it, you can close it, you can tap your shoulder. There's lots of, and also there's circles that you make. So the movements that we make with our hands. So when we're playing castanets, we don't do the hand movements, the lyrical hand movements. Without the castanets, we have this movement. And so with the fan, we would do the same circular movements with our wrist. Nice. Cool. And then somebody had told me this, the whole language of the fan. So this means, this is what I have, kind of like, showing off your body. This means follow me. And these are just funny things to say. And this is like, don't look now, but my husband just walked in. So,
don't follow me.
Well, as you can see, like with the beautiful skirts we have, like flamenco is very, very colorful. We usually wear flowers.
Oh, pretty.
And this is what Erin would look like if she had a flower in her hair. So we decorate flowers, earrings, and sometimes these cones, piñetas, are worn.
Those are so pretty.
Yeah, and these are kind of traditional, and you would wear it on the top of your head like this. And this is something that also you'll see sometimes with in some dances with the shawl. They kind of show like how the women wore this look with the comb.
Oh yeah.
So like it would hold their veil over their head.
Oh, that's neat.
Great. And so we get to the shawl here.
Okay.
And the shawl is another prop that we use in different dances. Now you can wear it over your, as part of your costume.
And just wear it?
Right. You could pin it to your. So showing the fringe. You could sometimes people wear it over the back. Right. You pin it here, and you would dance with it like that.
Oh, great.
And sometimes we we like to see the fringe, so we might wrap it around.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, there's different ways that we could use it. And what I like also to show with the shawl is that it, as you can see, is like shows the movement of the bullfighter in the ring.
Oh.
So this would be like his cape, right? So you make believe like you have a cape. You can show movements like this, and also you can twirl it around.
Oh, like a bullfighter.
Like a bullfighter. So with one, right, you could use, right, let's try both hands. So let's say this would be in front, okay, and then I would go around. Good. Could make it big, and then I could let go of the left hand as I come back around and just keep one hand.
Next level.
Right, and then I can also hold it and turn around with it.
So do a lot of the dances tell a story?
They do, yes. So the shawl, you can be used, if you could wear that around, it could be used with, right, if you wanted to tell a story about a bullfight or a woman, or soleá. There's some, soleá is a slower dance, and you would use it to decorate your costume, or just walk with it, But it's a piece of fabric. You could do so many things with it. You can accent a particular move.
Okay.
There's so you can do dramatic things with it. Yeah. And usually this is a small very small shawl.
Okay.
Manton, it's called a manton. They're big.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I don't have
That must be a lot to
one here.
whip around.
Great, and, okay, so then we come to the hat. So when we talk about flamenco, we're telling a story about, you know, the people of Spain. And who were these people? Mainly gypsies. So the story of the gypsies is that they migrated from India into, you know, across Asia. Some of them settled in Egypt.
Okay.
And, you know, so as they moved, they migrated and they learned, you know, they incorporated like music and movement from other cultures. Okay, so some of them picked up some movements from Egypt. Some of them settled in Egypt. Others continued on into Transylvania, which is now Romania, into Northern Europe. Some settled there. You have the Romani gypsies. And then some of them continued further south into northern Spain, and you have the Calo gypsies. And so the ones that finally settled in the south of Spain, those are the Spanish gypsies, or the Gitanos. Okay. And so flamenco is really their story. Cool. And what you have in southern Spain is this region called Andalusia. So say
I've heard of that.
Yes. Andalusia. Oh, they say Andalusia.
Oh, yeah.
Had the list
yes.
thing. And so in this region, you had a lot of different people living together peacefully, you know, for 700 years under Islamic rule. And so you had Muslims, you had like the local people, regional people, the Gypsies, Visigoth, Celtic, Sephardic Jews. So you had like all this.
Wow.
And so what really like happened was this mixture of you know, Gypsies imposed their movements, music on the culture, and vice versa. So that's where you get that Arabic influence, the Moorish.
That's so neat.
You know, in the music, you hear in the music, and so there was this mix, this cultural mix and that's where flamenco developed.
I had no idea there was so much history involved with this one particular dance. It's really amazing.
Yeah. And so the dances, you know, that they created, they all tell a story. So alegrias is one. Alegrias means happy. Alegria. Solea is solitude, more introverted. There's tangos, rumba. We're going to do a little tangos today. Okay. So these are like a little more like Latin flavored dances, because you had you know, some travel to Central America and back. So they call that the ida y vuelta. Wow. They went and came back, and so they have this Latin flavor. And then you have farruca, which is, I'm going to put this hat on here.
That is a cute hat.
Down like this. And this would be like, tells a story of the horseman, caballero, right? And so he wears this hat. And the ida y vuelta tell dances about, you know, people in Latin America.
It reminds me of Argentinian, like the gauchos.
Yeah, the pampas, from the pampas region. Yeah. And that's it. And then
the most important thing, I think, are
the shoes. Right, so we're going to go. Anyway, so with flamenco, you know, it's very rhythmical. So we're making sounds with castanets. We make sounds with our hands, right? So we have palmas. We could do a little bit of palmas. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. And we talked about, we didn't talk about the instruments yet, but we dance to guitar, and so we're dancing to guitar, and we have the shoes. So we're making a rhythm with our feet, and if you can see here, the shoes have nails in them, so that when in the heels and in the tips.
That's so neat. There are nails in the shoes, and this is how they're sold now.
Yes,
these are current shoes.
Right. These are current shoes, how they're sold.
Because they don't look like tap shoes.
No, you know? Taps have a tap, and they make like a scuffing sound. But the flamenco, the purpose of having the nail is so that you can make a really strong sound. That's so neat. Very, very loud sound on the wood.
It's amazing to think about someone making these shoes and nailing in every single nail.
Yeah, and the blacksmiths you know, a long time ago, they have a dance called Martinete about these blacksmiths that worked with iron, and the shoemakers themselves, though, they, when they make the shoes, like some of them, they put them in their mouth, and they say that the
Saliva, yeah,
helps to, you know,
oh, like moisten the leather and
the nail and goes in easier, and then they nail them in. So you can see there's probably about, like,
there's a lot.
20, maybe like at least 50 little nails in here.
That's so cool. I love it.
So that's pretty much what we
Oh, I can't wait.
have with our props. So if you want to try a little bit of dancing.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. That was so much fun. I can't thank you enough for giving me my first taste of flamenco.
You're very welcome. You did amazingly well.
I had a good teacher, thank you. And so you taught me a few things. Is there a lot more to learn, or is this basically the whole thing?
Yeah, there's tons. There's more to the footwork. There's, you know, there's like a vocabulary to each part of your.
Oh wow, so there's oodles of things that you teach in the class.
Yes, but you did really, really well. And I really thank you for coming and
Well,
sharing.
if I take the class, is there a performance piece at the end, or is like, do I have to come a certain amount of weeks, or can I just drop in? How does the class system work?
Well, we love when people say they want to perform. We teach the classes, typically each type of dance once per week. And when we have a show coming up, we meet additionally for practice. We do hope to perform in Pleasantville's, they call it Pleasantville Day, which is out here on the plaza by the gazebo, Memorial Plaza. So if you were to take classes,
really fun.
you could
You can show everyone what you've learned.
You could dance with like what you learned today.
Oh,
A little bit of sevillanas,
cool.
a little bit of tangos. And I also wanted to mention that there are places in New York City where you can see flamenco. For example, in March and April, so between February and April, there's a flamenco festival, and it's just growing every year. So really keep an eye out. Look at City Center, all these theaters.
Yeah.
There's some even little smaller theaters where you can see great flamenco. And there's a great little tablao, we call it, tablao on 14th Street called Alegrias. And sometimes we take the students there for outings.
That sounds like so
So,
much fun.
well,
Now I know how hard the castanets really are. So when I go see it, I'll really know what they're doing. I love that. This has been great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. Ole!
Ole!
So let's have our pose.
Oh yeah.